late start today. There we go. But yes, welcome back to some Yakuza. I'm still getting the last couple of things set up, and I do have a message that I need to send off in a second. Yeah, no, I'm really sorry about the late start. I say it's late, it's like 5 minutes late. This morning has been a very fucking wild ride for me. Getting a lot of stuff organized, as well as a story that I will share in a second once I send a message. Alright. Yeah, no, fucking, oh my god. So, last night I went to sleep, like, real early, because my argument was I was going to get up early-ish today, to compensate for it, to get some work done on my uni stuff that is still not done, that I should have had done a week or so ago. I didn't manage to get to that because I woke up several times during the night. Happens. Fucking, so... Alright, let's get started with this shit grind anyway. Seeing if this dumbass can get into the tournament or not. So... When I wake up, right... I typically what's the best way of thinking? I typically just watch videos for a little bit while I'm waking up, and then I'll turn my light on after a bit of time because I can do it from my phone, and stuff like that. So I did that like normal today, and then as I was getting up, I felt something crawling on my arm. Now, I have some issues that mean that like I actually feel stuff crawling over me all the time. So I kind of, in a sense, I get freaked out by it, but I also don't. It's kind of one of those, it's a weird in-between, like I rationalize it and normally can put it off to the side. But I look, and there's a fucking big-ass spider. Now, okay, let me correct. When I say big-ass spider, in New Zealand, we have the ginormous, humongous spider that you never see. Then we have a couple of fairly fucking big spiders, and then the rest of the time there's one big spider, and it is about the size of a normal like coin, like good 2-3 centimeters, sometimes 3 centimeters pushing it. This one was 2.5. Now the problem is that one specific spider is the worst spider in New Zealand. It is our scariest spider, not because it's the most deadly or anything, but it's because it's the most, has some of the highest damage that of any spider, but it's hyper aggressive. So it's a whitetail is what it's called. Point is, yeah, so that was on my arm, and for the size it was, meant that it was a female, which is notoriously the worst of the aggressive. So I definitely flung that off me as quickly as I could, and spent like another 10 minutes trying to find it in my bedding, and then eventually crush it, and fucking now it's in the bin. Needless to say, my morning has been great so far. Now, if anyone goes, oh, why'd you kill it? Why didn't you release it? Because it's considered a fucking pest. because it is a extremely destructive species, and it is actually just harmful. Nice. Okay. Yeah, no, it's because the problem is that it doesn't really have, like, per se, any inherent damaging aspects of it, but the fact is that they consume other spiders and stuff like that, and because of that, there's a lot of bacteria existing on their fangs, and that bacteria can be flesh-eating, potentially. So, again, it's not per se that it's in any way the problem, it's that its personality is the problem and why it's dangerous. So fucking that was a great morning start, and yeah, so I never got around to doing my assignment work. Then I started doing my dailies in Honkai Star Rail, and the daily ended up taking a lot fucking longer than I hoped it would. And we're here now, because I do specific dailies every time before stream. Okay, apparently I didn't spam that hard enough. So yeah, no, that's been my morning so far. So I'm wide awake and fucking unhappy about it. Okay, not bad. And there's another thing that pissed me, like a couple of things that pissed me off last night as well. So I'm doing real fucking well for myself. And so we're into the fucking fun part of this again, going back to the shitty AI. Go, I'm dead. Oh no, that's right, willpower. There we go. There's no way I won that though, like from that position. But yeah, so how's everyone else doing? Hoping everyone else's day or evening or morning has been more pleasant than ours. I honestly fucking... Okay, can I have a little, like, rant for a moment? I'm not expecting any good answers. I'm expecting just... Yeah, like, it's kind of one of those... Please just listen and sympathize, because this is the problem I have, is a lot of the people I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to disconnect with because they're being very problematic for me. I'm trying to see if I can continue dealing with them. Like, I'm trying to see if there's a good reason to bridge the gap. And the main one that I'm dealing with at the moment, that I have actually kind of bridged a gap with, refuses, I don't know if it's consciously or what, to do anything in a sympathetic manner. Which, like, sometimes if someone goes like, oh my god, this person's being a bitch, you know what they just want to hear is like, yeah, that does suck. Or yeah, that is annoying. Or yeah, that, like, not reaffirming, just sympathy. Or, yeah, that does sound like that sucks. Like... Because... Okay, I'm gonna bring up a real fucking depressing topic for a moment. So there was a guy, that talked a lot of people, was, like, constantly in charge of talking people down from a bridge, and he was really good at his job, and he mentioned that it's not that they do not want to hear it gets better or there's alternatives. What people often want to just hear is, yeah, that does suck. Now, ever since I heard that story, I put in a lot of effort to try and do that and go like, yeah, that does suck. And it's not that I don't mean that, by the way. It's that it's just like, it's better to show at least sympathy or empathy than it is to just go like, give corrections and answers. If they're willing for corrections and answers after some of that, then sure, I'll give some guidance. Or I have people that straight up come to me for guidance. And I always feel quite appreciative of the fact that I have that. But yeah, and then to top it all off, they get back to me later about how someone I know and they know mainly has passed away. Now, my opinion on passing away is probably a little bit more positive than a lot of other people's. Also, I just lost in the first round. Fucking why not? Because my kind of perspective on it is that, like, I don't often feel sad when someone passes away. I just kind of accept that and move on with their memory in my mind and leave it at that. Because in my eyes, it's like, would a person that passed on be so happy to look back and see so many people just, it's not say not mourning them, but like putting themselves in a worse position because they're not doing what they're supposed to and they're just sitting there wallowing. Like, everyone deals with that sort of stuff differently, and I'm not gonna say anyone's way of doing it is wrong, but I ask for the same sort of treatment. It's like, my way of dealing with it is that I've seen a lot of death in my time. I've just kind of become deadened to it. I don't know. But yeah, and then I get a message so that, and it's just like, okay, so you don't give me any sympathy or empathy or anything, yet immediately after, what do you ask for? And especially from a situation that, and they're also someone that knows what I just explained, knows what my thoughts are on death. Like, sure, I like to be informed about that sort of thing, but like outside of that, yeah, like, okay, my condolences to those that are very close to them, and that does, yeah, I guess that sucks. But, like, still, even with my disagreement with how that stuff's handled, or, like, disagreement on how to mourn for someone, I still gave sympathy. I fucking hate the hypocrisy of people sometimes. I didn't get to it in time. Just like one punch, my dude. There you go. Okay, it was 2 punches apparently. Oh, I should probably set like an amount of times I'm gonna do this before I just give up, but I really should. I really want to get this done. Because I feel real bad because like the previous Yakuza game I really didn't do a lot of the side content in because no way of saying it nicely, Yakuza 3's side content is shit. Didn't press it in time. I guess it didn't register. It's definitely dated. And so I'm kind of trying to compensate because this is less dated, I guess. It's just really fucking irritating. Now I just kind of want to beat it because I want to beat it. I'll be honest, I don't think I get to use this finish gauge. Maybe I do. Okay, I do. I'm just doing this because I need to guarantee this fucking... There we go. Alright, final round. It's not the fucking Black Ops dude. Sorry, I'm being quiet now because I'm focusing very hard and hoping. God, I hate this mechanic. This game mode. My aggravation is increasing. Also, I just want to quickly sort something out. I realized I didn't do. Because I went and checked it on my phone. Oh shit, all the stuff for Kafka's been revealed. Oh. Okay, spicy. I'll have a proper look at that later. Alright, time to do the reset. I feel so fucking happy with this. Tell you what, if it takes longer than this stream, we're not doing this anymore. I will give it this entire fucking stream if I need to. Like, it's just very dependent on, like, kind of who I go versus in the final round. Or all of the rounds, I guess. Kind of stars align situation for this character. And then the AI needs to not be shit for a minute. An argument could be made that maybe I shouldn't be using the finishing gauge in the early rounds. But I'm gonna be honest, we've seen him lose fucking round ones. And it's kind of preserving HP over to the next round. Because I believe you only heal a set amount. Or heal a set percentage. Not like 2 max HP. Short answer is though, I just I don't fucking believe in this AI, so I'm just making sure I do everything I possibly can to get him to win. This is the first round and he has taken half his HP pool. I don't think this is lethal because of heat reduction. No, it is. Okay. The heat reduction, the consecutive heat, and kicked in too hard at that point. Well, he got a fucking first hit in before he lost his goddamn shite yet that time. It just didn't let me? Okay. Man fucking ducked my kick. Okay, sure, why not? Come on AI, you can do it. Hey, I clearly just don't believe in him, and maybe that's the problem, but I'm gonna be honest, he's given me a good reason not to. Trust is built on reliability, after all. You can't be fucking reliable. Okay, that's first one on this dude, so this should be good. Does that put him into final stretch range? That should be lethal. And it is. Nice. Okay. Ah, fuck. Fucking special forces assholes. It's just painful because like this fucking Tokira's AI, right, feels like the AI of all of the fighters at the beginning. And he's maxed out. Or near maxed out. So like he's not taking hits that he should be taking, he's not putting pressure in, and not evading most of the attacks. And then I see, oh, it's the dojo's fault. Like, I fucking... His personality does not add to how pleasant, like, it does not reduce how unpleasant this situation is. He is by far the worst character in every regard, and I'm already irritated because I'm playing fucking Saejima. Like, he just feels stupid. And like, sure, I could do a bunch of work to see if I could try and push his stats to being higher, but like, he's pretty much maxed out, if not maxed out, in his fields. And he's getting fucking destroyed by goddamn round 1. And almost all my other fighters, they would not have any trouble really until round 2. That was on me. I didn't hit the finishing move, I was complaining. It just wouldn't let me that time. And that would have pretty much been lethal. God, I fucking hate him. What's worse is I'm pretty sure this dude actually uses the same fighting style as him. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the same fighting style. Okay, that actually should be straight up lethal. So I don't know what to really say other than yeah, no, I fucking hate this. Like, before it wasn't too bad, but it was still pretty bad. This is just bad because, like, I've now put in the work and now he's just not able to do anything. Never turned up. Okay. I guess when it stops when they start getting up, and the problem is that combos, they immediately start getting up. Okay. Ah, fuck. I was hoping that since we had that combat style already, we wouldn't be getting it again as the final round. Because he does some of those flip moves and he just doesn't get punished for it. And then the rest of the time my character just walks up and gets fucking stunned into that move. So he just gets hard punished. And that takes and then that happens and he just fucking eats it for no good reason. Yeah, and there it goes again. And that probably is willpower proc. Yep. One good solid punch and he's dead. Wow, would you look at that? I don't know if final stretch is doing enough for me. Is it? Like, I think clotheslining's the correct answer. I honestly, the short thing is, I think that character is the worst character for me to go in against. But do we think that final stretch is the incorrect thing here? Because final stretch activates really low. Because like turbo takeoff is useless. In my eyes. I think Moody is more consistent. Willpower, I think, still correct. Final stretch, I don't know, but what else would I put in there? Because like I can't guarantee his stamina is going to be lower outside of the final fight. And that decrease is going to be too much. And I need to be able to give orders during the fight, because otherwise he's just not going to make it. He can't make it off just without essence of clotheslining. It's too much. It's easily the majority of the damage that's being dealt in these fights. I think this is the correct answer because this gives him it for the entire fight. Whereas this only gives it to him for a short bit, but it's way more effective. Like, yeah, this gives way more, but this gives it more consistently in comparison. I guess I could keep Final Stretch if that's the case, because it's either I take Final Stretch or Turbo Takeoff, right? Pretty sure if I cancel out of here and then save again, it should have the new moves loaded in. Yeah. I'm just doing that so I have the new moves loaded. Fuck. That's on me. Maybe there is a better finisher than this one. Like, this just does so much damage and it's so good at it. It just requires fucking the AI to down the other player every once in a while. Or down the other AI. I still have willpower, so I do have an HP advantage, and that's lethal. Cool. Alright, this dude. Alright. Okay. good HP lead on the AI now. On the other AI. Enemy AI? The enemy. I feel like I need to keep explaining that I'm not actually the one playing this outside of the finishing gauge. This is the AI doing it, which is why it's even stupider than I am. I really don't want to have to use a finishing move there, because that's all I needed was that final punch. Alright, please don't be the... Fuck! Why is it always this dude? Why is it always this dude? That's like one of the first times I've ever fucking landed a finisher on that dude. Oh, well, we got closer, I guess. Like this, I don't know how to explain this better than, like, imagine playing Dark Souls, but you just keep rolling dice, and unless you hit a nat 20, you get hit. With anytime you roll a nat 20. Oh, and the fact is you also have to roll a nat 20 every time you go to swing. Like, this is how this feels. It's like, it's not actually, like, interesting RNG. It's excruciating because, like, okay, so teamfight tactics, right, for an example. You could actually compare to this in the loosest sense, is that it is AI versus AI combat, but you preempt the combat. You prep everything in advance. You set up the stats, you set up the combinations, and all that. But in that, the AI's not fucking stupid. It has a linear objective, which is attack if in range. This doesn't have that. This is a much more complex system, and it really fucking shows that the AI struggles. What's worse is that you see the fucking enemy AI do well. So it's just straight up just you're at a disadvantage. So yeah, why I hate this mode is purely because this character exemplifies all of the issues with it. You've made it very clear that you didn't know how to write AI. Because you made too complex of a fighting system. Now say what you will, it's because there are so many bloody combinations. There are so many, like hold down the button, press the button multiple times, stance, grab, yada yada yada. There is a lot of combinations that exist and conditions to meet and stuff like that, and it just can't consistently figure out the right answers for all of that. I've had willpower procced on the first fucking round now. And the worst part of this, honestly, is that the only intervention you actually have is considered detrimental because you get your trust rank down. So again, you've made gameplay about you sitting there hoping an AI does things correctly, and then the one intervention you have is considered a detriment. Now you could argue it's like, oh, it's because it's supposed to balance it out. I'm pretty sure they could have removed the trust effect of this, and it would have actually just been a lot more fine. Just make it so it's based on your trust rank, how quickly it charges up, and then not minus trust. I could have argued that that would have been better. But this is a failure in a lot of game development circles that I see, is the idea that if you give something, you need to take something away. And that's not a good decision to make. It's like, oh, well, I gave them this really OP skill, so there needs to be, like, it has an extremely high cost. It's like, or, Jesus, that didn't want to register the button press, or, you acknowledge the fact that you've got to have an OP skill, you have, like, a somewhat moderate cost, and then, right, if you've got, say, skill slots, that's an opportunity loss. It's like, oh, my character does a shitload of damage. Yeah, but now I've lost the ability to have something else. I actually think Diablo 3 did that really, really well, is that they had opportunity cost. You could set up a really powerful build, but you can't have all of your abilities at once. That is opportunity cost. That is a good way of giving a player a negative without them feeling too negative about it. Because it feels like they're choosing not this, which is I'm not choosing anything outside of the thing that's detrimental in a sense, or it gives a negative. Oh, of course his actually hits and mine doesn't. And that's willpower proc. Fuck. Shit, it didn't go off. Please, 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 please. Finally, we're free. Oh my god. My sanity is saved. Can I kick this dude in the fucking face now? Oh. I hate everything about this. Man gets bullied, so proceeds to bully the bullies. Because he got bullied because he's got a fucking massive, arrogant ego streak. You can have this buff, but, on that one, but not both. It sounds like you... Sounds like... There's some tactics too. Like, again, my problem is the, again, I'm okay with opportunity cost. I'm not okay with the fact that the heat gauge costs trust level. That should not negative your trust level. If that was removed, I think this would have been a lot more pleasant. Because that means that it's just, like, you still need to get your trust rank up and stuff like that to make it shorter, but like it's not, you're not losing. Again, that's not opportunity cost there. That's just loss. That's just cost that's inbuilt into the game. That's what I was explaining at the beginning of the argument, at least. It's just, that's why I was saying, like, Diablo 3, specifically, is the example I'm going to give for this, is you can only have so many abilities. That's the opportunity cost. Some of the abilities cost a lot of resource and stuff. You can manage that. It is really clear answers for it, especially if you go down specific builds. You'll have answers. Hell, I remember, like, fucking, is it Demon Hunter, or whatever it's called? Like the hunter class with the bow, you get the fucking spin around like a goddamn Beyblade firing shots everywhere. That costs an obscene amount of resources, yet there's builds that compensate for that. In fact, I had a build that meant that you could permanently do it through a level because you just generated enough resources. But that required me to set that up. So, no, that's why, like, I think, overall, I think this entire side game mode is got a lot of problems, but I think that actually leads to, like, a root cause of why I think there was not a lot of good decisions made with this side game mode. Oh god, now they just want to suck up to him. I fucking hate it. I do not like Takeda's stuff at all. Like, I don't like Saejima, and I like Takeda even less. Because, yeah, no, it just, this specific character has exemplified the problems I have with the system. Prior to this character, like, it was painful, but, like, it was still manageable. But this dude has maxed out stats, and I still had to reset several times to get him to win a bloody tournament. New Diablo is so broken, people are hitting max levels, standing outside of dungeons. I have to say I've not looked at pretty much anything for it. I know someone played for like 70 hours or something like that over like 4 days or something. Was it 4 days? I know it was 4 days or something, and he hit the max level and he was the first person to do it. Or first recorded person to do it. It was insane. I like that. Oh no, I mean, short answer is if Diablo 4 is at least Diablo 3 reskin and like redone up in terms of everything and just given a facelift, then I already think that's probably a fine enough game. If it's developed on it in any good positive ways, then that'd be nice, but I've heard some pretty spooky stuff about it in terms of some of the monetization in it for cosmetics, which again, I'm not against monetizing your cosmetics a lot. I'm against like excessive monetization, which is what I think I've heard. Was it like one of the full sets of armor skin was like 28 US, which is like twice as much as a like top high tier skin in Overwatch 2, which that's already getting yelled at for some of its monetization. and the fact that it's just a reprint of the previous game, meaning that they could get people to pay more. About 5 minutes after hitting max level. Yeah. Oh, I mean, that happened in Diablo 3 as well. I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, if you want to pay like a currency of some kind, if it's real currency or in-game currency, to just not play the game, I mean, that's just you wasting stuff when you could do it yourself. And that exists in every like multiplayer game in some regard. It's just boosting. Now, do I think in competitive environments that's bad? Yes. Is it the game designers money grabbing? I want to defend that a little bit. It's not the game designers, it's the executives. Like, again, it's kind of one of those, like, I know what you mean, and that's why I'm just like, I'm a bit particular about that, because I like to defend game developers and game designers. Is they're not the people that are fucking assholes, it's the people above them normally that tell them you need to monetize the shit out of this and make us millions of dollars. So I will not deny there are often the problem you see though across the board is it's like head developers, which again, that's kind of that executive branch being pricks, or like heads of company or all that, which is again the problem I have with Blizzard, is that its executive branch have just become fucking cunts. I held it back as much as I could. Now, this is also coming from someone that used to absolutely adore Blizzard games and actually knew a lot of people in the development space of it, and in the HR and like the community side of it all and all that. I knew a lot of people there. I participated in a lot of things. I fucking hate what the executives have done to the Blizzard. Because they've moved it away from a passionate company to a AAA studio that must develop excessively expensive things at the detriment of gameplay. I stand by. Just look at fucking Nintendo's releases, like the recent Zelda game. They literally took an extra year just to polish the game. And sure, it's still got issues. There's still bugs in it. But like, comparative to what they have been, like in other games that have come out as a reason, like the fucking Lord of the Rings game, I don't think it's that comparable. It's pretty fucking amazing. God, can we kick him out? Fucking Takeda's just such a little shit. So, yeah, no, I get really fucking heated about, like, my anger towards a lot of the game companies, because again, I cannot stress enough, there is more game developers than there were like so long ago, but there are no cool people left at Blizzard. It's gone the way of Rockstar, where they all gave up on fun profits years ago. No, I still know a lot of developers there. I have still connections there. They are very passionate and amazing people. It is the executive branch have gotten worse, because it's either they're the same people it used to be and they just got used to loving money, or they're new people that are more corporate. The overall the developer side is still really, really pleasant. They're very passionate. They do everything they can to get stuff done. They're just not given the deadlines to get stuff done correctly, so it's buggy or everything. The biggest example of that, right, is so look at Overwatch 2. So the entire purpose of it, like the argument to why it was going to be separate, was they were going to make a single player aspect to it. Yet they gave up on that because, and this is based on kind of both my understanding of the situation as well as some information that's kind of circulated, it was taking too long. It was going to be difficult to make. And the executives just didn't want to put up with waiting for it. So they've basically cancelled it. That is not on the developer's side. That's not on the designer's side. That's on the executive branch side. Heroes of the Storm. Real good example of that. There is a lot of people that fucking worked on that, worked really fucking hard, and they loved it. There was a lot of people that were passionate, but the executive branch found it was not making enough money to warrant it, so they fucking pulled all support for it and ripped the team apart and either got rid of them or moved them to different sectors. That was not on anyone's idea outside of the executive branch. So, again, it's... I have to stress, it's not quite what is thought of, and a lot of the complaints as well about like the sexual harassment also came from executive end. And in fact, the executive end are the ones that are trying to say that it didn't happen. So I will defend game devs in that sense, because again, like, most game devs are really passionate people. Sure, there are some times where there can be an absolute asshole, but they typically don't. They are either remnants of the past or they don't last long. Again, Blizzard had that a lot with a lot of head people and stuff like that that were the creepy, weird assholes, and they would do fucking just about jack shit work and just be assholes and leech money. Again, that's going back to what I was saying, is like, that's executive branch and they're just abusing power. Like, Yakuza has an advantage, at least in a sense, that its executive branch is run by developers mostly. Same with Warframe, actually. Warframe is mainly run by its developers. In fact, it's almost completely run by its developers. So, in a sense, yeah, no, it... Like, those games, you can tell, have a lot of passion put into them, and they haven't foregone what they could have done. Pardon me. That's where I also give credit to Riot Games, is that, because I compare Blizzard and Riot a lot, because they're basically a very similar argument. They're game dev companies that started off very indie, very small teams, working together on passionate projects about things they cared about. And they built up to large-scale AAA companies, and they've had sexual harassment suits, all sorts of stuff. They're both very similar. The difference is that Riot acknowledged its faults and started to work on them. Then it proceeded to find more and more stuff it can do with the community to try and benefit it. Don't get me wrong, I still think their treatment of like League of Legends is fucking atrocious, but go look at Teamfight Tactics, has one of the best head game devs, because he literally streams the game and talks with the community. You've got Valorant, which has actually become quite popular. They've released single-player games, which have done fairly well at this point. They've gotten a lot of things. They even released a fucking animated series, Arcane, which I stand by as one of the better animated series to have come out in the last 10 years. Just because, like, the quality that was put into it, the effort for writing, it was actually really, really rewarding, even if it rewrote what the lore already had for a lot of things, or the backstory already was for the characters. It rewrote stuff, a lot of stuff, but it didn't make it bad. It made it good, it made it interesting. So, say what you will, I've absolutely up for seeing what they do, but like I don't care that much about Blizzard anymore, even though I grew up playing fucking Warcraft and I mean, I played a good bit of Dota, like original Dota. I played a lot of StarCraft, I played World of Warcraft, I played a lot of those games, and just I look back and I miss how much I enjoyed that stuff. Like, I still play Diablo 3 from time to time. Like, sure, like once a year, but that's because I really do enjoy it. I really think it's a good game. But I also would prefer to play Path of Exile a lot of the time. But the problem is Path of Exile is just too wide of a game now for me to really want to just commit a little week or two for. So, yeah, no, it's... I mean, yeah, no, so my defense on that is, like, don't blame game designers or game devs for a bad game. Blame the executive branch, because they're the ones that set the deadlines. They're the ones that do the... because... So, you want to know why deadline is so important in game community and stuff like that? It's because of advertisement. So they prep a lot of resources in advance to ensure that they go well with marketing and advertisement and stuff like that. Diablo 4 is a great example of that. The budget, there's estimations I'm hearing that are obscene for the marketing budget of Diablo 4. Which is where exactly the problem lies. Is the marketing budget is so insane that now the game has to release at a very specific point, even if it's not ready. Which I'm not going to say that it's definitely ready. I haven't looked into a lot of stuff, don't know the quality of the game. I know they've been working on it for a very long time now, and then COVID did hit, so it did make a lot of things more complicated to work on from game dev environments. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just think it's wrong to blame people that worked on the game and not blame people that are basically that's it. Okay. When you blame, if you were to say, like, I do not like the pyramids in Egypt, who are you going to blame? The slaves? Or the people cracking the whips? That's I think my argument. If you don't agree with that kind of thing, that's fine. I get that, but like that's what I would say towards that. Like, yes, you could make an argument. It's like, oh, well, you were saying that designers aren't part of that, but like clearly. The people that crack the whips also designed the... No nitpicking. I made a shitty, quick argument. Accept it. In fact, actually, there's a lot of designing that wasn't done by the fucking people that were cracking the whips. But point is that, yeah, the executive branch are the ones that crack the whips. The game devs are the slaves that move the rocks. Who is the one that's in the wrong for the design of the pyramid? pyramids weren't built by slaves. True. I will not dispute that, yes, that's technically a fabrication to an extent. I'm just kind of using it as a really short... Again, this is nitpicking. You know it's nitpicking. I'm just using it as a... like, do you have a better example of my fucking analogy? Because if you want to go for it, go. But the point is that it's like, who do you blame? The people that did what they fucking could to survive, or the people that demanded the absolute best out of people while not doing jack shit other than fucking cracking whips behind them? I guess I could use Europe as a better example. They were a bit better at keeping slaves. But yeah, no, that's kind of my example at the end of the day. Again, I'm not trying to say the analogy is foolproof. I'm trying to give an analogy, and I'm trying to grab my choices that more impact. That's why corporations are faceless. I guess that maybe is the reason I disagree with that, is because in a sense the company isn't faceless to me. I know people that worked there. I know people that still work there. I'm not going to say anyone in particular because I don't want to get anyone in trouble because of something. Like, I still remember back when I was playing Heroes of the Storm, I would randomly get given like the chest thing in it, the capsule or whatever it was, like constantly, because they knew I fucking hated opening them. I didn't like the loot box system, but they would send it to me because they found it really funny hearing me complaining about getting free stuff. And it didn't cost them anything. The ones they were giving me were like the cheap end one, like the ones that you get for free anyway. So they'll just do that. Funny. I knew a lot of people in the esports scene for Heroes of the Storm as well. In fact, I was actually invited for a team for that, and I'm glad I didn't, because a year and a half later, it got the esports scene got dropped by Blizzard. Complete total no support, and the game lost development support, which again was an executive decision. Train hard. So, while I won't disagree that like corporations are faceless, it's like they're faceless until you give them a face. And I've just experienced enough behind the scenes stuff with game development, I guess, that I can't see the game dev teams as faceless. I see them as people. The executive branch I can definitely see as faceless assholes that are in suits. And that's because more often than not, they're the problems with games. Like, again, look into a lot of the research that are around, and yeah, no, it's... Again, it's the marketing window is the big problem. Again, like, game development studios do not give enough time. That's the same with CD Projekt Red. Everyone remember how Cyberpunk 2077 released? It's because they hadn't finished QA dev cycle. That's not because the devs couldn't do it. That's because they just didn't have the time. They didn't have the resources. They got to test on like only a handful of machines. They didn't get to test on a variety, which is why a lot of computers couldn't handle the game properly, because it wasn't universally optimized as well as it could have been. And then they didn't actually get to test on console basically at all, which is why it bricked a bunch of consoles. And also, if you look at the dev space in gaming, these are people that are working, like, especially in Japan, these are the people that are actually working their really disgusting hours with no, like, no freedom, no breaks, barely any breaks. Fucking Amazon workers probably get treated better than Japanese game development studio game devs. Is pretty much how I kind of would summarize it. That's saying a fucking lot. I will not dispute if people do disagree with what I'm saying, like, you're completely entitled to. I'm not going to say you're not. I'm just wanting to really cement my kind of perspective, I guess, on this matter, and why like I so heavily want to support game dev stuff, but I don't want to support corporate stuff. But that's where indie devs are often, like, indie devs are a really good example of what game devs are like. How often, like, very rarely do I see indie devs being, like, completely off the fucking handle. And if they are, then normally a bit weird to begin with. Fence Smasher. So, but the rest of the time, because, like, again, on Twitter, I'm in a lot of game dev circles, and I get a lot of stuff from that. And yeah, no, fucking most of them are really kind people that don't know what free time is. So, yeah, I wish I could better express what I'm kind of trying to say with a lot of this, because I'm not disputing that I'm probably not conveying it in such in a positive enough manner that is leaving room for other opinions on this. And I want to stress, I'm not trying to dispute other people's opinions. I'm trying to stress my own. I'm not trying to change your mind. It's fine if you disagree with me. That's why I was saying, like, the argument of it's like big corporations are faceless. It's like, I don't agree with that, because I've met a lot of people in those spaces, in those environments, and that's made that stuff not faceless to me. Like, I try and see each person as a person, even if it's a fucking, like, on Discord, if it's just a name and a icon, I still treat that person as a person, not as a thing. Like, even executives I treat as people. I know why they do a lot of the stuff they do, I just don't agree with it. Because it's the personality that, well, I mean, they want more money. They want to support themselves. They want to ensure safety and security. And the only way to do that is through money. That ain't kindness. So yeah, like, a lot of the time, that's why executive branches are problematic. It's because they have almost inhuman expectations on humans, and they don't treat them like humans. They treat them like a organism or a machine or a thing. Which is, again, against what I try and do. But they literally can see the people, and they still don't treat them like people. In fact, what's just getting talked about here is kind of the problem is like, okay, so you may think what you're doing is kindness, but does the other person think it's kindness? Is that like, you need to take the other person into account. By not doing that, you're imposing an thought or an ideal on them, and not giving them room to be a person anymore, but more of a receptacle. That's kind of, again, how I gauged the idea of that. So, yeah. I'm not going to say that every executive ever is an asshole. I will definitely not say that. I will just say that a lot of the time in large-scale AAA kind of big corporations and companies, a lot of the time the executive branch are out to make money, sometimes not for the company's interest, I think is the best way of thinking about it. Alright, kick, wrist. Get them. Get another move. Ooh, here's a good bit of stamina. I will close lining because that's a great backup if I need it. Hey, you got it. I just have a simple policy these days. I don't buy a game until it's been finished, not released. Because these days that's very different. Yes. I mean, again, that's what I've been talking about as well a little bit. But I completely concur with that argument. Honestly, I cannot agree with that more. I think that's something that a lot of people... That, I think, is what should be adopted as a majority approach, because then that would teach the executives to fucking listen to their game development teams and give them more time. Honestly, I cannot stress enough. I would love that to be a majority opinion. Like, I have a question, right, which is, I guess you kind of have answered it with this, but like, I just want to pose it in general. Because one thing is, right, is we don't see beta releases as much anymore, ironically. It sounds weird, but like, we're seeing that as a huge trend for like a good 5 or 7 years, as we'd see like alpha and beta releases of games that you could play, and they'd be very buggy, very shitty, and very problematic. I think Anthem was a really good example of that. It's like they did a bunch of pre-release stuff and it was just terrible. But like, that is exactly what's happening now, except they're not really labeling them as beta or alpha releases. And I want to ask, it's like, would you prefer it to go back to that? Or would you prefer to have constant delays? Be told, this game's not coming out for another year, now, sorry. What would you think would hurt your motivation for playing the game more? Because I personally didn't really play a lot of like betas and alphas outside of games that I knew the development cycle for. Heroes of the Storm was a really good example. I remember being invited to the first global wave for that. I like a world where all the advertising people give that for something working, and a patch it over time. People can choose where they're happy with it. You know what? That's actually fair. Like, if it was like, again, it's kind of the almost a Minecraft approach. It's just release the game, say it's alpha or beta, make sure that's the advertisement, and then keep patching it and upgrading it, fixing it, cleaning it, doing all that. And just as long as it's very clearly stated, yeah, this is an alpha or this is in beta. I don't think that would be a bad system. So if you can, in day one for you, need an alpha, gonna take a while. Yep. No, I think that's actually sooner or later we've got DLC coming. Yeah, I think that would be a very nice approach if games just, because ironically enough, that's a little similar to what the old system was, but it's basically dressing the new system, but with the old, dressing the new system with up in the old system. I think that would be a good approach. I don't think I would disagree with that because yeah, no, like. That it means that those people that do want to play the game early, that are willing to take the risks, can. And it means that that's your QA testing. You're literally getting paid for QA testers. The fuck are those? Jesus. Pretend I know. Some pretty good bullshitting. Christ, I hate Saejima so much. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say that's a bad system. I think it's fine to do beta and alpha releases of games. I just hate that that's basically what's happening now, but they're not telling us that it's a beta and alpha release of the game. People just fall into, I'm a hardcore beta player, I don't mind bugs, bro, or I don't like important stuff to work every time, please. Yeah, like you definitely get kind of a divide there in players, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, it's at the moment, right? Teamfight Tactics, the League of Legends auto battler, they're having testing on their public their public beta environment, or the PBE. And yeah, so they're testing the new set that's coming, like the big kind of change up that they do. And I'm playing on the PBE. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it because, like, I'm getting to see what they're trying to do, and every day they're patching it pretty much and changing it slightly and tweaking it up and all that. And I'm really, really loving seeing the progress with my own hands, in a sense. Like, I feel like I'm not per se participating, but and people who, yeah. Do I think I can do a match? I could probably do a single swim if I equip, yeah, I mean, with these ones, I should be able to do it. Yeah. I don't even think I equip one of these because I don't think I use it. I'm gonna actually cancel it and save again. So yeah, no, I think a good takeaway is that it's like it's fine to do beta and alpha stuff. It's just the problem is that that's basically what's happening now, but we're not getting told it, and you're getting told this is the released copy. Well, I mean, one example I can think of is like, do you remember when they were doing like the big alpha and beta stuff? They would have like a fucking icon or some shit available just for the beta testers or the alpha testers. Like your player icon can be this special symbol, and it specifically shows that you're from beta or alpha. Stuff like that. Show, yeah, they fucking put in the effort. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, that's true, though. Fuck, that was a bit... I was not prepared for that, sass. Oh... Everyone else, you're all WoW players who started in Lich King, and we don't blame you, really. Yeah, no, I mean... Yeah. Let's be perfectly honest, Lich King was what got people in. Vanilla did enough bug testing for WoW. Yeah. Overall, it was basically a bug test environment. Cataclysm and everything. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, like, that's the whole thing, is each expansion they did, they changed up the game substantially with stats and all that. Especially around, like... Lich King is probably the biggest example I can think of off the top of my head, where they did do a lot of switch up. And yeah, let's be perfectly honest, anyone that actually played the Warcraft games, like myself, that was probably the most interesting expansion they could have done, because it's like, holy shit, it's Arthur's back. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yo, is that Sindragosa? Beating up a fucking bone dragon. I mean, that's why, like, when they did the recent expansion, it starts off with the Lich King stuff, really. Because, in a sense, like, it's them trying to see if they can catch people up again and bring them back in. Which was not impressive. I didn't look too much into the expansion, but I'm gonna be honest, it just didn't sound that interesting. Because what fucking Sylvanas is now trying to kill the jailer, I believe it is, which is like an entity that divides realms to the living and the dead. Put a genre, a game out, and say, look, this is vanilla, we've built up over 2 big patches, and either way you, or yeah. I mean, that's like the whole thing. It's like the reboot of WoW, they're like WoW Vanilla. I can't remember what it's called. But like the redo of all of that, like that's been really popular because people enjoy going back to what it was, and it was actually simpler and nicer. WoW Classic, thank you, that's what it was. I knew it had a titleage. Yeah, I don't think he can do the sink or swim match at this stage. Maybe he can. Maybe I should have brought a finishing move, but I don't think it would have done well. he does another grab, he's guaranteed. I mean, he still does have willpower behind him, right? Yeah, I think this is actually a win for him now. Nice. That's an early win. That's a lot of stats. But yeah, no, I think that's a very reasonable approach, because like that's, again, Minecraft's approach as well, is a good example, is you can load any of the fucking patches that they've ever done. Just like that. Oh, you don't like what they did in the recent, like, 10 major scale content patches? Fucking go 10 back then. Load that one up. Install it. Play that. Like, in a sense, Steam has that inherently from memory. Because you can actually specifically load set patches. But that doesn't stop the fact that, yeah, like, it's pretty fucking... pretty shite that the way that gaming has kind of gone. As it's gone very corporate and very executive. We've got to get the stock market up. Yeah, whatever happened to fucking just... Hey, you wanna play in our beta? Fuck it. Miss those days? I miss those days. Especially when they did real cool stuff like, again, Heroes of the Storm. God, I cannot get over how much I'm so fucking upset they just ditched that game. And if I hear anyone say that they actually played Heroes of the Storm and didn't enjoy that game, I'll fucking personally come to your house and cut off your toes. Unless your argument is that you don't like MOBAs. Like League and Dota and all that sort of stuff. Like that style of gameplay. Okay, that's fair. I accept that. Never got a beta from Blizz. I think they hated me all the times I spent. I mean, PvP, yeah. You fucking... You weren't a rogue in Goldshire, were you? Didn't do the fucking DOT and leave thing, right? Because if you did that, you can get the fuck out. That shit was fucking annoying. So I get ganged. It's like, what? Oh, okay. Cool, I'm dead now. Fucking stab me in the back with a viscera, fucking kill my ass. Cool, I'm just bleeding to death here. Fucking annoying. People that never played like older WoW games sitting there like, the fuck are they on about? Just about this rogue with DOT thing. raided in this hardcore mythic guild, and the GM wanted a realm first, so realm swapped us over to some RP realm. Turns out, biggest ERP realm here. Oh no! Oh, it's fucking weird. Oh, I had friends that I knew that played in ERP realms. I could barely play in RP realms. Like, fuck now. It was weird doing your dailies. I honestly, I can't imagine. I was fucking disgusted with some of the stuff I saw in general. It just, no. How? I'd fucking switch realms like super fucking hard, like fucking quickly after that happened to me, if that ever did. How are you supposed to fucking do that? It's fucking weird. God, no offense to people that do play on like ERP realms of any games or servers of games, but like, you do realize there is fucking plenty of websites you can just go to for that sort of stuff, right? Like, what are you wanting out of that environment that you wouldn't get from like fucking web? It's some plenty of the video websites that exist. Like, there's fucking live chatting stuff online as well. So I had all these friends getting boosted through trash. I'd show up and they'd be, OMG, please help us. Yeah. No, fuck it. That's so... so fucking weird. So fucking weird. Also, I want to state, if like people say they were part of like especially a fucking WoW one, like an ERP realm when they were younger and they regret it now, that's fair. Okay, I get you. That's reasonable. We all make fucking decisions when we're younger that are stupid as fuck, alright? But like, if you told me, no, I did it when I was like fucking 20, I'm like, no. That's just you being fucking creepy. Stop. I mean, fuck, I still remember when I went back to play WoW, but this was the last time I think I played, and it was just before Mr. Pandaria, or no, just after Mr. Pandaria came out. I never bought Mr. Pandaria because I just didn't like it. The game was kind of getting stale for me at that stage. Fucking, I still remember, so I started a new character around that time because I was like, oh, maybe I can try and do something interesting. I fucking did that, and like, immediately someone was like, hey, do you want like a bunch of gold for free? I'm like, no, it's all right. I'm just playing on a new character. And they're like, no, I'll give you some free gold here. Some people are really nice in those games, but fucking the rest of the time, Jesus Christ. All of the high level areas were empty. None of them had the gear for it. Yeah, because they're too busy fucking doing weird shit in the corner. Just me and the gold farmers. I guess like that's maybe the benefit of the ERP servers, is that like the late game's pretty sparse, so you can actually just guarantee getting your farming done. You don't have to like compete. It's still fucking weird though. that's right, I haven't finished his meetings, have I? I mean, I remember setting up macros to do a lot of the farming for me as well. Like fully automated systems, it's great. Especially as a fucking pet hunter, you could... Why play the game when the game can play it for you? I think so too. What the hell's a plasma? Saejima is like just such a fucking boomer, and I hate the way they've portrayed him for being a boomer and stuff. It's like he's just like, I'm going to lie through my fucking teeth the entire time. Why actually put an effort to learn anything? This fucking bitch. Alright, just keep doing the same thing, and I want him to do some more solo training. Really like farming and WoW. Shame they gutted crafting again. Oh god, did they? Well, because I think one of the things I really liked them adding, and this was after I fucking stopped playing, was what was it? It was like commissions you could do. I think it was Warlords of Draenor. Yeah, Warlords of Draenor that they added it, right? Is you could get a camp and send people out to do shit for you. That looked kind of cool. I liked the idea of that. So what have I got so far? Just get entertainer. Fuck it. Get that trust up. Garrison system was cool, but Blizzard felt it made the game look empty. Yeah, it was because it wasn't personalized environments. So it was only specifically like you could go there or people you invited, I believe, to your garrison. Because yes, that's right, garrison. I remember that now. I think it was something along those sorts of lines. So it basically meant that one of the big, I could argue, one of the big advantages of a MMO in a sense was gutted by you no longer having like an MMO environment where everyone's running around like fucking lunatics and it's impossible to click on something because someone's in the fucking way. They hated when everyone was in the city, so we can't win. Do you remember the Hakar thing that happened? At one point, the where Hakar's like fucking big guild garrisons. That'd actually be pretty fucking cool. But no, when is it corrupted blood? I think was the debuff. Was that what it's called? The debuff that would kind of chain between, if you're too close to someone, it would jump to them. And it would start to like tick in a DOT. I remember when you could leave the boss fight, leave the fight, and you could go back to town, and the amount of people that got like low levels corrupted blood of yeah. You left the fight, went back to the fucking town, and just killed all the low levels because they're like, why the fuck am I taking so much damage? Oh, fuck no. That was such a great bug. It was the best kind of bug that you get in the game, I swear. It's a people's cat, also Blizzard. Yeah, I needed to reset the service. Yes. Oh god. There was a lot of fun things you could do with that sort of stuff, and like they were just clearly not expecting people to really push these boundaries. I mean, saying that, I can't remember if it's still the case, but do you remember when you could solo the Lich King by just sitting on his throne? Because like none of the things would bounce to you. That was so fucking stupid. I remember that. I don't know if you could... I can't remember if that worked if you had other people or if it had to be solo. I think it was you had to be solo. It's out of his hitbox, yeah. Because you go out, you go up there and he can't reach you, and none of the the bounce effects can get to you from killing the ads. Was it Plague was the effect? I think that was it. They just put a wall there so you can't sit on it. I mean, yeah. It's probably easier to just program in a fucking invisible barrier to stop them than it is to try and find a good resolution to that. His mood has gone down quite a bit. I think I need to do stretches. But no, I love that sort of shit, eh? Like, I remember finding that out, and like that being actually a major strat. So you want to farm it? Fuck, go up there. No, I think you could have people up there and it would be fine. Because I'm pretty sure that was what like a lot of raid groups did, was put like their healers up there, wasn't it? And then you would drag them to the back half of the circle. Or back half of the arena. You put your real fucking squishy unit of people up there, so your healers and your glass cannon DPS. I'm going to play fire mage. Fucking stupid cunt. To be fair, it was like what? Frost didn't want to die, so you know, LML. Most people couldn't get him down until Kata came out. Yes. Which, that was because Kata changed like all stats, right? I'm pretty sure that was one of the big stat overhaul expansions. Was it Kata where they basically fucking times everything by 10? Was it Kata? I want to say it was. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. We're still getting nags on the gear just to get to the door. Yeah. Good times, good times. I remember when the news like kind of came out that the first group had actually managed to fucking beat Lich, and I remember it being just such a fucking cool time. Actually, that's one thing I do think's really cool about more modern stuff, is that now, like, we actually get videos of when raids get completed. Because, like, there weren't that many back then because it was so fucking hard to record your goddamn game. It was normally just too, like, you needed a fucking beefy-ass computer to do it. And they hadn't even seen. Yeah, I remember there was like this big stat increase just across the board that was just so absurd, and it turned it from being like a game with a few thousand to like almost fucking hundreds of thousands of stats. I'm trying to remember if that was like Kata that did that. I'm pretty sure it was Kata. Because like it did a full stat overhaul. Like he was paid. Yeah. Poor Arthas. He does kind of deserve it, though. He was a bit of a prick, let's be honest. And then fucking poor Bolvar having to put up with that prick's fucking problems. Must have wondered all the fuzzles. You've come to die, hero. What the fuck? Was Bolvar ever a fucking fight? I don't think Bolvar was ever a fight, was he? No. Did they make him a fight in the fucking newer stuff? Because I know the cinematic had fucking Sylvanas kicking his ass. Not yet? Okay. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure they never made Bolvar a fight, but like, yeah, he just got his ass whooped by fucking Sylvanas in the last expansion or expansion. No, it's because isn't like is it fucking, there's a Dragons one that came out? Or is that still yet to come out? They need him for the DKs, he said. True, because yeah, that is a fucking class that you can play. So yeah, I guess that's the argument. Oh, I remember playing DK back when. That was good. You could have the fucking blood rune set up in a way that you could just one-shot someone and full heal off. Fucking good times. Who knows how they'll use them later? True. I still remember, like, fucking sitting on the bridge watching people try and run up to try and go over the bridge in the big PvP matches, and you're like, no. And he was so tanky, too. Good times. Dragonflight's out already? Oh, okay. So yeah, that was the one I was thinking of. Is like, I think, because I keep trying to think the last expansion's the one where they released the Jailer or whatever the fuck it was. Shadowlands or Shadow Realm or whatever the fuck it is. Gonna send you to the Shadow Realm. It's fucking... Why not? Yeah, set him on solo training. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Do that, huh? Yeah. EG waifu extreme hissy fit lands. It was because, like, at least that expansion tried to answer why the fuck did Sylvanas get put in charge of the Horde? Because, like, let's be honest, we were all fucking thinking it. Why the fuck did you think that was the correct thing to do, Zul'jin? Well, you know what? I'm gonna get the person that's clearly fucking power hungry and a fucking massive lunatic to do it because oh, what's the fucking death god again? Mabari? No, that's not right. I can't remember the death god. Because wasn't he the one that told Zul'jin you should give the Horde over to Sylvanas when you pass? I think it would have been better if they just made it because she was actually good. Yeah, no, I wish that was the case. As a fucking Horde enjoyer, yeah, I'm fucking angry that they gave it over to her. She was a dumb bitch. I'm gonna burn the fucking world tree because ha 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 ha. What? Why Sylvanas? Nobody likes that. The old character growth thing. She wanted power. Okay, has it. Maybe time to now be 2D and grow in personality. Nah. We're gonna continue having her be edgy and angry at every fucking thing because she got, like, disrespected at one point by fucking one dude. Like, look, do I think what Arthas did to her was like an okay thing, right? No, I think that he was twisted as fuck and it made sense. She was trying to defend her homeland and he's an asshole. So he converted her just because haha lamau. But then, like, the whole bullshit after that. She can still be edgy, but edgy for the Horde. Yeah. Like, again, it's just so shit. Like, don't get me wrong, when I saw the Shadowlands trailer, I was definitely interested to go like, okay, what do you mean there's something more than the Lich King? Like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm interested now. But, like, you can't just fucking rely on that, right? Alright. I assume he's not maxed out at stamina. Do I just fucking road kick? Probably. They do want some more speed there and rest, and then just like another master, and you should be maxed out. How high does his stam go? Does his max is his max bar, or is his because he's not max bar currently. I assume he's a max bar one though. So probably one more road. Do like fuck, there's no more moves to do, right? I think he has to go into tournaments now and just start getting, not tournament, but like just starting getting the last little bit of stuff done. I'll do stretches first. Stretches, road work, because I'll max him out, then rest and just get him to a match. He should be more than fine to just do a match like this. This shouldn't go higher than like 4 stars. And I think he would be fine in 4 stars. And I think Moody, Turbo, and Buy Bootstraps is plenty. Yeah, I think that's max bar now. We'll see once we go into the match. Yeah. I think that's either max bar or like an inch away from it. I'm still a high elf, swore blow, an oath to the horde. That means something, yeah. No, instead she's just a bitch. Like, say whatever you want about Sylvanas, she is just a total bitch. That's entirely her character. Even in Warcraft 3, she was just fucking an awful character. But like in that, at least she was just fresh and fresh out of being like, she was fresh into being edgy, sorry. Right. And we had plenty of edge in fucking Warcraft 3. Goddamn, Mr. I've been in prison for 10,000 years. Look at my cool tattoos and awesome blades. To be honest, Legion was actually very close to getting me to come back to World of Warcraft just because I could play as a Demon Hunter. But I stand by that. Say whatever you want about me. It's genuinely my thought process. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, I've been getting really fucking ill recently. I guess that's kind of the detriment of not going outside and doing anything. It is winter, so give me a break. You can still kick Gallowix like a football for the good of the horde. Most of them would approve anyway. Yeah. I think I'm maxed out on power, and I assume I'm probably quite high on ground at this stage. So do I just go for like more kick train? Get that maxed out and then go for like a rest and then I'll match. Eligibility must be undefeated. Sure. Dude, the fucking goblins, I swear to God. Remember... Fuck, who was it that was the one that, boss fight that had the fucking bombs at the bomb factory? Was that Dr. Boom? Or was that Galloway? Or was that another goblin? They all look the same to me. Oh, he's gonna lose. Oof. Burn down an Alliance village, upset a few cows because you didn't check for the civilians first. My bag, get off yourself, yeah. No, what was it again though? What fight am I thinking of? It had like the little fucking bombs that do so much fucking damage initially, and I just run up to you. And even when you try to leave like the boss room, they still fucking chase you all the way down the corridor. Oh, is that Dr. Boom? Trying to remember. Gnomragon? Was that Gnomragon? It might have been Gnomragon actually. I just remember it being a fucking was it a goblin or a gnome inside of a giant mecha suit, and it's just a fucking like pipes that drop bombs down that run at you. I couldn't fucking remember. Stretch, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty much max stats at this stage. Try and get conviction. Is it Gnomragon? Maybe Gnomragon. Siege of God, my memory is fucking not doing me well right now, huh? Yeah, I can't remember. I'm really sorry. I brought it up and I can't even fucking answer it. Yeah. How can I not answer that? How can I not remember? What the fuck is wrong with me? With the walking bombs. I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, my brain's just not... I remember the fight and I remember having to run around like a fucking lunatic. Because I think we didn't know the mechanic at the time. And we were just like, turns out they do that a lot. Yeah. Gnomes and goblins have a good time of being fucking bastards, don't they? Actually, why do I do this? Fuck it. Let's just try for the tournament at this point. Fuck it. Big red button on the wall. I think that was it. Honestly, I'm actually really upset at myself because all I remember is the running and screaming. Aldara? Probably then. I can probably look it up in a second and give an answer. Like an actual answer. Actually, you know what? I can fucking look it up now. Let's look it up quickly. All the bosses. Outside the gates of Ogrima. No, that doesn't sound right then, because I'm sure it was inside of a room. It's not that one. Yeah, it's not the XT002 deconstructor. That doesn't look right. Mineron? Give me a sec, I'll have a look. Just currently going through a bunch of them. Because Mineron's like the fucking head one, right? Was that it? Maybe. Is it? I don't think there's bombs in that one, is there? Is it? Let's see. Maybe it was that one, and I'm just remembering the ads weirdly. Because that does sound the most familiar of the lot. Fucking what a goddamn sidetrack though. Just randomly going off and talking about fucking WoW bosses. I think that might be right though. It is Mineron. Because that's the one where you fucking, if I'm remembering correctly, he fully assembles his thing and you can like make it just self-destruct with the red button. I think that's what it was. Because it was basically like, I think there's a Hearthstone card that takes the piss out of it, because I think it's the head. And it constructs the thing, and it's basically like everyone makes the fight harder. Was it fight harder? I thought it would... Oh, that's right, because it sets everything on fire, doesn't it? No, that's what it does, right? And you set off like the self-destruct of the base or something, or the factory. And yeah, it just makes everything fucking... sets off tons of traps. Yes, then I think that is actually the fight, because I think that was the thing. Because I think like someone thought like to get rid of the ads, maybe we had to press the red button or something, and I think we did that. It just blows up at 10% HP. That's it. Yes. Yeah. No, I think okay. We've concluded that is the fight I'm thinking of then. The more that I'm thinking on it, the more this is reminding me of it, because we just didn't understand what the fuck was going on. Everything just got insane, and we're all losing our fucking minds. Because I think it's like it's a set amount dungeon, right? It's a small party dungeon. The Siege of yeah, I'm pretty sure the Siege is a small dungeon. I don't think you could take a full group in. Or am I getting that mixed around now? And I think I just did it with a small group. Fuck. I know it was only a few of us doing it though. Like 5 maybe. 4 or 5. Supposed to be a 25-man raid, but with category you can make it, can 3-man it. Okay. I don't think we had full category at the time. I think we tried to do it with like 5 of us. Maybe that's probably more of a reason why we fucking lost. Also, speaking of losing. I just remember people dying to the ads, and it was really fucking funny. We're going as a level 30 dungeon. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, no, that would have been fun. Alright, let's just keep throwing him at the fucking tournament. I don't care. He'll get there. I believe in him more than the other dude. I'm just not gonna look. So most people never even do it enough to learn the boss tactics. Yeah, because that was the thing, is if I'm remembering correctly, there was no tactics up yet for it when we were doing it. And I think like a couple of weeks, like a week or so later is when some tactics were up. And they were just shit tactics. Not from a group that really didn't know how to write them. To be fair as well, finding tactics online was sometimes really fucking hard. Scrounging around in the fucking forums. God, it's so much easier now, right? But there's actual websites dedicated to this. Back then it was like forum threads dedicated to tactics. You had to be lucky to find the right one, because you also have to probably have it pulled up well before you do it, because I played it on dial-up. You all remember playing WoW on the 64K modem? Fucking great times. I feel like most people don't know what a fucking 64K modem is nowadays. If I try to explain it, like, holy shit, imagine trying to explain internet back, like, 20 years ago. You just don't think about it, eh? Like, what was the internet like 20 years ago? It's like, it was a fucking shit show. It's still a shit show for different reasons now. Fucking MySpace. Oh. Y'all remember, was it LiveJournal? Where you just, like, edit your own pages in the actual, like, code? LiveJournal, by the way, was, to anyone wondering, I think it still is popular now, but LiveJournal was basically what Tumblr's become for the internet. It's where, like, all of the weird, degenerate, smutty people go. Alright. Woohoo! So his birthday, we're celebrating his victory. Oh, come on, I know that. I was just a little joke. It's funny, right? I'm a strong and agile fighter. I never thought it was possible. Just a fatty anymore, I'm a champion now. Be proud of yourself. Being kind to others is important, but you gotta learn how to give yourself a break too. Kita-san, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? Fight me. To be afraid of people hating me. They don't want to get hurt, and that's why I always held back my own feelings. But that was a mistake, I realized that. Escape reality and all this sort of stuff. I mean, this is kind of a heartwarming story. He's a big softie, and I kind of like that. Finally, I'm done. I believe that's all of it done now. I know it's the last student. I'm fucking free. Plus, you got more students now, and the dojo became really impressive. Don't need me. Please don't go, Sajima-san. No! There's no choice. He has other things to do. You're right, it's unfortunate, but I guess it's a baby. Thank you for everything. I mean, this is supposed to be heartwarming, but I really don't care. I want to get the fuck out of this goddamn side story. God, now that I think about it, I think I've done Akiyama's side story. No, I haven't done his side. He's still got his side job business to do. And I don't think I've done it with Tanimura either. Because Tanimura is the fucking crime, overseas crime thing, right? Still haven't done that. I think I did it like once or twice. God, that smile looks so fucking weird. Cool, there we go. Overall, not too bad on stats, I think. Just building his home of long, drawn-out, super tedious side quests. Yeah, but before they were fun. This one wasn't. Okay. Sub-stories on him are now down to... There's 4 of them. God damn it. Okay, so I need to do the brother and sister thing further. Sounds like a job offer. Guess I'll think it over. Oh, God, I don't remember where this is. Homeless Man and the Cats. I need to... give it a thing, and then old Yakuza new tricks. Wonder if gotta go clean up his act. Maybe I'll stop by Tenkaichi Alley and pay him a visit. So that's Nakamichi Alley. And this is Tenkaichi Alley, right? Yeah. And hit a moment. We can go there quickly and see if thing is. Say what you will, Pocket Circuit was at least kind of fun. That wasn't. Ironically enough, Pocket Circuit also had RNG elements to it, yet it was more enjoyable. Because technically you could supersede the stuff. Hello. So a guy stuffed in a barrel filled with concrete towards the docks. Okay, well I guess I gotta go to the docks. Let's go there quickly and get this revelation done. I don't do enough of the revelations. I think I haven't finished all of the revelations on any character yet. There's also a side quest there. Okay. How do I trigger this? Aren't you supposed to just walk up and it triggers? Oh yeah, no, first person, that's right. Fuck, my brain is just completely not here today. I don't even know what to fucking say, eh? Also, yes, I know there's a side quest right here, and I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Okay. What are these fucking revelations now? What the hell? Appreciate your concern. See, I work at a jewelry shop, or I used to, until it got robbed the other day. So cool dudes. Okay. Revelations are fun. That was such a fucking confusing turn of events going on. It's just so fucking wild. I know the jewels, you want to live. Of course I wanted to live, so I handed over the jewels. Give open, I opened all the display cases. Then my magic goes ballistic. So now he runs over, sticks a knife in my my throat, and guess what he says? Get back the jewels if you want to look. Does this man not have insurance? It's just a front for the Yakuza. I saw murder in my manager's eyes, I can tell you that. So I filed a police report and even did some investigation of my own. Found out the getaway car was seen hidden for these docks. Nobody's seen anything, and now I'm stuck in a wild goose chase. If I did find the guys, they'd probably just kill me on the spot. It's too depressing to even think about. That's why I figure I should just get it over with and die on my own terms. Fucking hell, alright, this dude's had a bad time of it. Be able to get a higher private eye or something. Alright, guess I've been feeling guilty about not putting up a fight. But I think I'll keep at it and try and find those jewels once I stop feeling so depressed, that is. Alright, good luck to you. See what I can find. Okay, let's have a look-see. There's a guy standing over the barrel now. Next game you only get one each. It's kind of lame, but they are good ones. Okay, it's because I think it's 3 each in this one, right? Knock knock. Sorry, missed that. I was just asking. It's like I'm pretty sure it's 3 in this one. 3 per character in this. 3 each in this, yeah. I think I've done 2 for Saejima. I'm guessing by the way, like the implication is that I'm supposed to go back to that thing, but they reuse them. But yeah, I was noticing some stuff about that. Like I felt like there was 1 or 2 that looked exactly the same. There's other stuff. So I got a fish there to do the thing. Alright. Well, next time we'll try and finish off Saejima's fucking stuff, shall we? Because now that we've done the big lot of crap, I believe if I go and talk to... Oh, hello. Bob, I can get a pickup now. From memory. So we'll call it there though, because God, I'm actually really fucking tired. Kind of in relation to some of the stuff I talked about at the beginning of the stream. I'm just not doing too well this morning. It's not been a great time of it. So. And it means that I get a little bit of time to just work on some assignment stuff and focus, which will be good. So with that being the case then, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment on the video. It'd be very much appreciated. It helps the video out, helps my motivation for making this content out, helps the channel out in general, and then also helps you finding the content again easier in the future. Also, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell to find out when I go live, as well as follow me over on Twitter where I do post when I'm going live, as well as some of my thoughts, feelings, general stuff that's going on. All sorts over there, would recommend it. But I think that's all for today. Just as a reminder, there is going to be no stream tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow's stream is not happening because I have prior engagements, and I will try and do a stream on the weekend as compensation for that missing stream. But I can say for certain it's not going to be Persona as compensation. It'll probably be something else because I'm going to be moving to probably doing only one Persona stream a week from this point onwards, because we are now in New Game Plus, and while I want to keep doing it and I want to at least get one playthrough done, I have to be reasonable and not make a 100 episode series and lose all engagement off of it. So I think that's everything though. So with that being the case, once again, thank you so much for watching. You're awesome, stay awesome, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye bye.